Good morning, everybody. I have some good news today. I got my first order of broccoli greens. I talked to somebody over the weekend at one of my markets, and lo and behold, he ordered 4 trays of broccoli greens. So I told him I would have them between 7 and 10 days, give myself a little wiggle room, but if I can get them to him a little sooner than the 10 days, that's always a bonus. So I'm going to take you along on this little journey. I'm really excited about this. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using Johnny seeds. I haven't used this brand yet, but I've heard a lot of really good things about it. So it's a brand new unopened bag, and I'm going to give these guys a try and see how they'll do for me. So the first thing I'm going to have to do, I've already wet down my cocoa coir, so I'm going to have that already in here in this 5-gallon tub. It's pretty heavy right now because it holds a lot of water. So I'm just going to go ahead and start filling up these trays. I like cocoa coir a lot because it doesn't have a smell, and it's just soft, it's clean. It feels like something that, you know, if you're growing something on it, it just seems like a very clean medium to use. So I'm going to come back through and flatten these out a little bit better, just so that the seeds have a little bit of more of a flat space. They can lay out a little better and more evenly. I've learned so much in the last couple of weeks of learning how to do this. Made some mistakes, grew some mold. That wasn't fun. I had to throw the whole trays away, but I learned. So we're not going to go that route, and we're going to try to avoid that as much as possible. There's some chunks in here still that need to be broken up. So as you're putting it in, you can kind of break it up. It's probably a better idea to do it while it's in the container. But I'm going to go ahead and keep putting this in and try to work through some of those clumps. There's not too many, really. So I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous about this job because, you know, I have someone depending on me for this now. Before the last week, I was just kind of doing this for myself. And he understands that I'm just starting out. I think he's just trying to give me a chance to do this, giving me an opportunity, which I totally appreciate. And I'm going to do my best to get him the best product possible, so that's all I can do. It's a good way to start, doing your best. I did go ahead and invest in these farmers trays everybody's been raving about. And they do seem really sturdy and durable, and they have really pretty colors. But today is an absolutely stunningly beautiful day, so it's really nice to be in the greenhouse. And you can see probably from the last video, starting to fill it up with some plants. All right, I'm gonna dump. Get a little bit of a head start on that. I still have plenty left of this. So, who knows, maybe I'll do some more trays today. But I'm running out of space. Alright, let's see. So yeah, this is some of the big clumps, but it's wet all the way through. It just hasn't broken up, so just give that a little squeeze. It's very satisfying. And try to get that, you know, leveled out as good as possible. I think I might have too much. This cocoa coir really expands a lot, and I haven't got a system down yet as to how much to use per tray. So until I get that, I'm gonna have a lot of excess. But then I can just plant more trees. So right now I'm growing these in my husband's office that I swore I wouldn't take any space in. I told him it was his space. I would never put plants in there unless he wanted me to for his own sake, but here I am. He let me have a space, and he's letting me grow microgreens in his office. 24 years, that's what keeps you married. But I do have future plans to build out an area in the house, either in the spare bedroom, which is occupied right now. I still have kids at home, or in the garage. I haven't decided. I even considered using my trailer as sort of a little mobile microgreens, but I'm not there yet. Got a little ways to go. I have a lot to learn. So I think just having this one little job right now is just enough to keep me motivated. And like I said, you know, as far as marketing all this, I think you just have to let people know what you're doing and explain to them. Some people really understand, and they understand the value of buying local because, you know, I told him I would have these in 7 to 10 days. Now, by next Sunday, if these are ready to go, I'm going to harvest them. I'm going to package them. I'm going to deliver them on Monday. So that's 8 days. They haven't sat. All their beneficial nutrition is still in there. They haven't been sitting anywhere in a warehouse. They literally will be cut, put into a container, and delivered to the restaurant. That's pretty cool. So I just want to tap all this down, make sure it's nice and firm. You can also use a tray, but I used all my trays and I don't have anything. I've seen people have the board with, and you put another board on top and just kind of flatten it down that way. But I'm just going to do it by hand, the good old-fashioned way. Let's see how that goes. A lot of bird activity outside today, but it's so pretty. And you can't see him, but Elton is right there next to me, as usual. So yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna wipe that on my pants. That's what I do. Or my hair. Okay. So these are the Johnny seeds, the broccoli microgreens. I'm gonna be using this. I got the 1 pound bag. The bigger the bag, the more savings it is overall. It's a bigger investment in the beginning, but when you start calculating the cost over time, and if you continue doing this, like, you should really be buying it by the sack. That's when you really get the biggest bang for your buck. But well, I'm not doing that just yet. I'm gonna start with 1 pound, and I think it's the next increment is 5 pounds, and then you can buy it like by 20 pound bags. So like I said, I'm not there, not ready to be there right now. So I'm gonna grab a little something so I can kind of evenly distribute these a little bit better than just pour them out of the bag. I'm gonna go get a little cup and I'll be right back. So I have my little container, but I also brought a scale because I found a chart by Princeton Microgreens, and I'll try, if I can, to link that in the bottom of this video, and it gives you all the measurements of how much per 10 by 20 tray that you'll need. I'll probably do a video just based on that because it's really interesting. He's already done all the hard work and has told us how to measure for each tray and how much seed you'll need for each tray per, you know, what type of vegetable you're growing. So for the microgreens, you're going to use 20 grams. I'm going to double check that. Yes, 20 grams. So what you're going to do is turn your scale on and put it on a flat surface. This is my little ramekin I have. And then you're going to zero it out. And then also make sure you have your units to grams. Okay, so I'm zeroed out in grams. I'm gonna add until it's 20. That seems like a lot of greens. think I need a flat surface. Okay. I'm telling y'all guys, I'm learning this. This is real. All right. Oh dear Lord, yes. So don't put your scale on the cocoa core, because I have 645 grams in here. Yeah, that's not good. We're gonna start that over. I hope y'all are laughing at me or laughing with me. All right, 20 grams on a flat surface. See, that's already 25 grams. We're gonna go with 25. Just about that much. All right, here we go. And that seems very accurate, where you get a nice even distribution. You know what? I think I am gonna try to do this. Let's see, what do I have now? There's still 12 grams. So yeah, I think 20 grams is, he did his homework very well. So we're gonna just stop when it hits 5 grams, because I still have a lot left. I feel like if I put that extra 5 grams, that it's gonna be too many. It's gonna overcrowd my trays. So I am gonna go ahead and link that chart. It's extremely good. So yeah, 5, yes, it's perfect. It really gives the seeds a good amount of elbow room. That looks really good. Before I was just freehand putting it in there. I didn't realize there was like measurements until I started watching some of these YouTubers and Princeton Microgreens. I really like his stuff. I also like Donnie Green's. He's really great. All right, that looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour the rest of these back, zero out my scale, and keep on working. 20 grams, Johnny Seed microgreens, broccoli microgreens per 10 by 20 tray. So we're gonna keep on rolling with that. All right, 20 grams it is. It does make it a lot faster because you can kind of gauge how many seeds you're putting in each area and what you have left instead of just grabbing it randomly out of the bag. But you know, I'm sure that's how this all started, and somebody was smart enough to do some measurements, and I appreciate that. I believe his name is Peter. And so all this hard work is still being shared on YouTube, and I'm benefiting, and I hope that you'll benefit. I really hope I can put that as a link so that you can get this very, very well thought out chart. It tells you everything. It tells you the germination, the blackout, the growth. It's really, really good. Yeah, I can't believe how much better this is. And I do like having it in this little porcelain thing. They kind of swing around a little bit, makes it spread a lot more even. Nothing fancy. So it's what I grabbed. But I like it. Definitely helps get them on there nicely. I don't really have any areas that are piling up too bad. When they pile up a lot, you'll get like the roots will all just kind of grow and it gets mushy and gross, and it's just like a recipe for mold. So we're going to try to avoid that now that we've learned that lesson. Lots of lessons here. Okay. Oops. So you're going to have to get a scale, guys. This is definitely a really important part, whether it be for the seeds or when you harvest. You're going to have a way to measure out portions. But it does it for you. And it's pretty easy. Okay. It seems like such a small thing to measure this out and how many seeds you need, but it makes it go by so much faster. All right, it's getting windy and it's cold. Weird. We've had such a bad drought. This is just some very welcomed weather right now. I haven't been able to work in this greenhouse. It's been up to 120, 117 degrees some days in here. So I had to remove all the plants. And I wasn't going to work in here at all. So it's really nice to be back in. I miss it a lot. It's my happy place. This is fun. I'm really enjoying this whole new adventure on growing microgreens. My family knows that's all I talk about lately. But it's really fun and it's really rewarding, and I feel better. Like, yeah, okay, you eat your vegetables, you're gonna feel better, right? Yeah. But wow, I do. I feel so much better. Okay. So those are planted, and now I need to go get my spray bottle, and I'm gonna spray these down really good and soak them. And then I'm gonna stack my trays, and I'll show you that process. Okay guys, so I have my water bottle, and I'm just gonna give these a really good misting. Start helping them break that shell and start germinating. And the germination for broccoli is 3 days. So they say not to check them a lot because you're opening them up to any mold spores that could be in the air. It's really hard to resist doing that because obviously you want to see how your crops are doing. I'll do my best. Can't promise y'all because you want to see it. It's just so fulfilling. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to just give it its 3 days and let it do its work and its magic, and go from there. Oh, it's so hard. So I'm putting a lot of water because these have to have enough water to kind of last the next few days. So I might open them up and give them a little spray. had some people show me that you should spray them daily. Other ones are like, leave them alone for 3 days, don't even look at them. Kind of in between those two stages, to be honest. So yeah, a lot of times you can feel that weight of the trays to determine how much water. And kind of wish the cocoa core was a little more wet, so I'm gonna just give it a little extra. It doesn't feel quite as heavy as I think it should to last. My next thing is you're going to go ahead and stack these. But what I would like to do is get a towel so that I can wipe the bottoms of each one of these and make sure not to cross-contaminate, just to keep things clean and sanitary. But I'm gonna get a nice paper towel, wipe the bottoms, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stack them. So we got ourselves a paper towel, and obviously we're just gonna wipe off the bottoms of these guys. Make it nice and clean. Get a good start. And it's not dirty. I mean, it's just this wood, which was clean. It's just precautionary, because most of the stuff that I'm going ahead and wiping off is just the cocoa core. Oh well, it's a good practice. Always better to be safe. You're dealing with food and people and, you know, things that you're putting into your body. So just keep it clean. That way you don't have to worry about it. And it looks nice. And if anyone were to come and look at your vegetables, they know that you're not growing them in a dirty environment. Yeah, it looks so much nicer. It takes just a couple of minutes of your time. Get it nice and clean. All right, so now my next step is bringing this back into the office grow room, and I'm going to put another tray on top of it and then put a cinder block for the weight. And then I'll wait my 3 days for germination, and I'll probably try to give you an update on that. So like I said, 4 of these are for a restaurant. 1 is just for me or my friends and neighbors or whoever would like some. And I'm excited. This is my first job, paid job for this in such a short time. I've only been doing this a couple of weeks now. So I'm really thrilled about that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I hope you learned something today. And I'm looking forward to having lots and lots of broccoli sprouts and microgreens. All right, have a great day, guys. Thanks.